Sound design libraries come and go. Most of them give you the tools, hand you the paintbrush and leave you staring at a blank canvas. But every now and then something comes along that feels, well, less like a toolbox and more like a conversation. Organism, the brand new sound library for Omnisphere 3 from Triple Spiral Audio. It's built on a deceptively simple idea. What if every preset wasn't just a sound, but a system? Something with layers, something with behaviour, something that feels like it's alive. And I want to stress that word alive because that's not marketing copy, that's literally how this thing is engineered. Because Triple Spiral Audio have built Organism around Omnisphere 3's new Quadzone feature. And if you haven't explored what Quadzone actually does yet, this library is going to make it impossible to ignore. I've got a link in the description below to a deep dive session I did showing you what you can do with Quadzone, so you might find that useful as well. And basically it organises sound sources across 4 distinct zones, letting textures move, shift and evolve dynamically across the keyboard range. The result isn't just a pad or a synth sound, it's a living, breathing architecture. 100 master presets, each one using all 4 oscillators simultaneously, each one containing 4 independent sub-presets, pulled from a single oscillator of their parent patch, giving each its own distinct identity and character. So that's 500 presets total. But the number isn't the story, the structure is. Before we get into the sounds themselves, there's something about the creative DNA of this library that I think matters. The artists that inspired Organism aren't the usual suspects you'd expect from an ambient focused Omnisphere release. We're talking Billie Eilish, Deadmau5, John Hopkins, Lady Gaga, Aphex Twin, Daft Punk. Modern, cinematic, experimental, occasionally raw and lo-fi. There's a contemporary edge to this that sets it apart from Triple Spiral's previous work, and I want to keep that in mind as we go through the sounds because context changes everything about what you're going to listen to. Let's get into it. Before we dive into these sounds, I just want to explain a little bit about the structure to this library. We have the master presets and patches here. We also have each of these layers as a single patch as well. So if we're going to adhesion, we've got these 4 layers. Now if I just go to layer A and just go into adhesion A, that's the layer A as a single patch itself. And I'll show you a little trick of what you can do with these sort of concepts a bit later. But if we go to adhesion, it's a nice little soundscape going on there. We've got anastomosis. This is a very Daft Punk sound, most definitely. Really inspirational from there, because if you've ever listened to the Tron Legacy soundtrack, and oh my, if you haven't listened to Tron Legacy by Daft Punk, you need to listen to that movie soundtrack. It is one of my favourite movie soundtracks. What's happening here now is if you go into Quadzone, you can see it's on a fader. The LFO is attached to the fader and it's sweeping through all these 4 layers. So the 4th layer is on constantly, but the others are fading in and out. That gives it the organic texture. And then what you can do is say, I just want layer B will sound interesting to me, and you can have it with the Quadzone off now on that patch. Do the same with layer D. also works nice as a sort of like ambient backdrop drone. So this is like a palette of sounds for you to play with. It is, yeah. It's a nice patch for the ambient sounds, sort of like soundscapes. And you can turn on Quadzone yourself for this patch and listen to what happens. So that's a nice drone app. It's a nice distortion sound. Now, say I want to play around with just layer B. And you can do that, which is really, really useful. That's where we were before. I'm not going to go through every single patch. We'll be here forever because I want to definitely show you a little interesting thing I found with this library. These are all categorized, of course. It's just I'm just going through everything that's a master preset at the moment, and then just spice it with letting this into a layer or two. If you ever want to know what the sound actually is, you'll just click on the little eye and it'll tell you Restless Start, model wheel on the filter. Or you can click on this bit here and you can, there you go, info. I knew there was a button there, and you can do it from here as well. Just go back to the main interface and so someone's controlling that bit of the Quadzone. It's an LFO. Well, that's controlling the Quadzone modulation. If you go into the module matrix, it will tell you there exactly what's going on. Just bring it back to that. Cordyceps. And again, you can isolate each of these layers that make up that patch. So you've got a nice pad now. Or a nice bell sound. So there's your drone. And there's your organ sound. Like a Hammond organ. With a Leslie rotary speaker built in. Just speed things up a bit now. Gonoderma. Would love to know where it gets all these names from. We can isolate each layer. It's a nice texture, that. There's a water going in the background there. That's the one. And that was a lot faster than if I was in Master and going, no, it's not that one, that's not that one. And having to cycle through each one. So, yeah, it's such an interesting concept, this. I need to turn Quadzone on. So if the patch hasn't got the Quadzone enabled, enable it. See what happens, because it's like I said, we've got this set up. Put Quadzone on. Now if I turn Quadzone off, it just seems to miss something, because you get this stuttering. So you get the little undulations in the sound with the Quadzone on. So let's the Faris. So we've got some backwards motion at one. I just want to isolate a layer. Let's just pick another one to play with master preset. So with Quadzone on, it's missing out that layer B every now and again. So we'll go to layer B. I'll just turn the ARP off. Delicate pad sound. And if we just carry on now, let's see, oxygen. Wow, that's a nice patch. Soundscape. Let's have a listen to Predation. And you can isolate layers, like I said, so I'll just do layer C. Layer A on its own. Nice soundscapes again. Nice distorted pad. Just want to do a couple more before we move on, and I'll show you that trick I was on about earlier on in the video. Do one more. Just one more. Uracil. Break it down, we've got a nice pad there. And now this is where the bonus comes in of how you can create your own sort of master preset in a way. What I'm going to do is just go to what I want to do, initialize multi, make sure everything's just back to the good old And what I want to do is go into multi, and I want to change channel 2 so it comes out of channel 1, channel 3 so it comes out of channel 1, and channel 4 so it comes out of channel 1. Now when I click on 1, let's go for this one first. I'll have a bit of that. And I want to do something with pads, so I'll just do all. I'll have, so I'll just isolate each layer now. That sounds good. So we're going to layer 3, and I'll say, just move back to multi. Solo that one now. That sounds good. So I'll now go to 4. We'll go for phosphatase and see what that sounds like. Yeah, let's change that one. Want something that's nice. Now if I take all these together, let's move me out of the way a second because I just want to move. Just want to turn that down just a touch. Put myself back over there again. We end up with this. So like I said, this is a palette, what you've got here. Each layer is a palette. And then when you go into this now, I can bring Quadzone on. Make sure Quadzone's there, Quadzone's on that, and Quadzone's on that. And now what we get is this. And what it's doing is taking any pattern that Quadzone has for each layer and using it. As you can see what's happening there, you see? That's one all the time. That sort of like swells and then decrescendos. And these are just stuttering along. Adds life. And you can do that to anything on here. It's like being the artist yourself. Picking your colour and then going with it. So this is a bonus tip, and I'm going to be using this in a little track I want to put together. So experiment. That's what this library is asking you to do, is giving you the colours for you to paint your canvas. So time to put these together in a little composition. I just want to clear something up on here. Everything you just heard in that track is from this library. And that says custom next to it is what the basically patches I've created using the layers that Triple Spiral Audio kindly provided. So what I mean here is in this custom pad here, what I've done is I've used the 3 different layers and turned the Quadzone on for each one. So I've created something new and different from the stock sounds that I got, the Triple Spiral Audio give us. So what we've done here is taken histone from the pad's ambient. We've taken blueprint from another area of Organism and Ulva from yet another area of Organism, and created something new and different. And I think on the old pad section, just double check, yeah, they're all in the pad section. So basically we create a new patch, and all I did was just turn the Quadzone on for each one. So we've got something different, and I did that on a few of these tracks. Which one? Oh, the one custom lead. So we've done something very similar here. We've taken sounds from the synth section and created our own patch basically. And all I did with that is go into the multi section and change all your channel outputs here to channel 1, and then load up your 4 layers. So you create your own sort of Quadzone type thing there. So just something more to how to get more out of this library, and it's more than the sum of its parts really. It creates something that's very texturally and musically, I would go so far to say unique in that sense. So dig deep into this library. There's a lot more than what meets the eye on the surface. Time to sum this all up. Triple Spiral Audio have done something genuinely interesting here, and I think it deserves to be said clearly. This is not a library for people who want instant gratification. The master presets reward patience. The Quadzone architecture means you're not just playing a sound, you're navigating something that has internal logic that responds differently across the range, that shifts depending on how you approach it. For ambient composers and electronica producers, that's not a limitation, it's the whole point of the process. The custom sound sources give the library a cohesion that a lot of patchwork sound sets they really do lack, and nothing feels borrowed or generic. The low fire edge on certain presets adds grit where you'd expect polish, and that unpredictability is generally valuable when you're working on something that needs to feel human rather than machine perfect. What I'd say is this: if your work lives in the space between organic texture and contemporary electronica, and you're composing for sync, for media, or for ambient releases, or you're simply hunting for sounds that don't sound like everything else already in your session, then Organism earns a place in your library. The whole concept of it is very unique and not something I've come across before. So if you found this review useful, this single most helpful thing you can do is hit the like button. It does generally help more people in this community find content like this. And if new here, this channel covers Omnisphere libraries, synthesizer reviews and ambient sound design in depth, so do subscribe if that's your world, and drop a comment below. I want to know if you've already picked this one up, or if there's a specific preset category you want to dig into further. Organism is by Triple Spiral Audio. There's 500 presets, one living system, and you can make it yours. And I would like to thank Yap over at Triple Spiral Audio for allowing me to review Organism. It is really appreciated, and I absolutely adore every single library you produce, so please keep on creating. In the meantime, stay creative, stay sonic, and I will catch you in the next one.